Welcome, everyone, to our Delaware podcast. We are so excited to be here today. Ryan and I have a very special guest, Brea Wang, and I have to admit, I have never met Brea before, so this is going to be a fun adventure because she actually is in charge of our very favorite donuts here, Sandy Pony Donuts. But we have so much to learn about you, Brea, so tell us a little bit about you, where you came from, and how you ended up in Sussex County, Delaware.
Sure. Well, thank you for having me, first of all. So I grew up in Southern Maryland across the Bay Bridge. I moved to Salisbury right after high school. I went to Salisbury for college, did 4 years at Salisbury, and then right after college, I moved down to Chincoteague Island.
Oh,
yeah, Eastern
with the
Shore
ponies.
Virginia. Yep. I absolutely love it down there. I miss
beautiful.
it. It is. It's very small town and quaint, quiet, kind of like the area that I grew up in, but even smaller. So I landed a great job at NASA Wallops Flight Facility down there.
Oh, wow.
Yep, right after I graduated college. It was like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Super thankful that I got to experience that. I did that for 4 years, but I was just not completely satisfied on a day-to-day basis. Previous to that, I had only worked strictly in restaurants. Kind of funny that I went from restaurants to NASA and then to a donut truck. So
Seems like a linear path to me. I don't know.
So I had this idea to start. Food trucks are kind of a thing down there in Ching, and I wanted to get back into the food industry. So my now husband, Ben, he was just my boyfriend at the time. He was still living in Annapolis. He also grew up in the same area as me. He had a construction company at the time. So he basically could move down to Chincoteague for the summer. I kept my job at NASA while we started this truck together. And I would just work at the truck on the weekends, and he would work Monday through Friday at the truck while I was at work at NASA. A good friend of his, Gaydon DeCiceris, also moved down to Chincoteague for the summer with him, and he helped my husband run it. He was the manager. So he worked there for one summer. My husband worked there for one summer. And then I was like, okay, this was a success. So my husband wanted to open one in Annapolis, a brick and mortar. And I said, let's do it. Then I can quit my job at NASA, and then I have employment in the wintertime.
Right.
So I moved back to Annapolis that winter. This was in 2015. We opened a brick and mortar Sandy Pony in Annapolis Town Center. And so that was our second location, year-round location.
So you still had the one in Chincoteague?
Yes,
Oh,
but that's
very
only
cool.
seasonal.
Seasonal,
So
right.
yeah, we closed that a little bit after Labor Day and then reopened October 2015 in Annapolis. And then after that, we got engaged. We got married in 5 months. And
Love over donuts.
yeah, we got married June 3rd, 2017. And we opened our third location here in Bethany Beach, again out of a food truck. It was 2 or 3 days after we got married.
Oh my gosh.
So we kept saying, yeah, we're
Your honeymoon in Bethany
Yeah,
Beach.
exactly. So
Great.
a friend of ours, shout out to Hall Cheney. He owns Cheney Enterprises, which is now all over the East Coast. It's a concrete company, but he was the one who mentioned Bethany to us. He had just bought a beach house here, and he was like, you guys would do great. You should think about opening a spot in Bethany. They let us move in with them that summer.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Wow.
So we called it Full House.
That's a big shout out. That's great.
Yeah, literally, we called it Full House because it was in a tiny little townhouse. They had 3 kids. We had 2 dogs. Us, then, like it was literally Full House. Sorry, just hit the mic. So that's how Bethany started. Do you want me to go down the rabbit hole? Do you want
do
me to
it.
keep
Yeah.
going?
We got to learn all about you.
Okay. So we did that 2017. Then 2018, we actually opened a second food truck here in Bethany, right next to the donut truck. It was called Wang's World.
Oh,
A play off of Wayne's World.
right.
It was an Asian fusion truck. My husband's Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Born in America, but
Right.
his parents are from China. And so we used some of his parents' recipes to make spring rolls. We had bubble tea, which we do the bubble tea at Sandy Pony anyways, but chicken wangs. We had
love it.
poke bowls. It was a really fun truck. It was actually out of a RV that was once like a news anchor RV.
Oh, okay.
That we converted into a food truck. Did that for one summer with the Bethany Sandy Pony truck. And then we decided that we wanted to start a family. So at this point, we were still moving back to like the Annapolis area, like Southern Maryland, where we grew up. And then we opened another location in our hometown, Deal, Maryland. It was a tiny little location. It was literally like in a shed. And I was pregnant at the time, like very early, but we couldn't tell anybody. And I was like, are we crazy? Like, why are we doing this? Yeah. Like, what are we doing? So unfortunately, we decided to close the Wang's World truck after being pregnant. But it opened up the opportunity for us to get our brick and mortar spot downtown Bethany.
Gotcha.
So, and we were honestly growing so fast in this area that 2 years in the Sandy Pony truck here, we were already like maxed out of space. Right. So it was good that we got the brick and mortar downtown. So again, moved here for the summer, had my son in the middle of July. This was 2019. Yep.
Working the truck, holding the baby.
And
how'd you like this donut?
Right. My husband kept saying like, oh, I hope that you have them while we're in the donut truck. Like that will go on news. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, no.
Please do not wish that on me.
Yeah, exactly. So that was 2019. And then, of course, we all know what came 2020 was COVID. Our son was like 6 or 7 months old when that happened. Nothing new that year. We just kind of survived like everybody did. And then, of course, drive-thrus were becoming super popular.
Absolutely.
Because of COVID. So I guess I was getting gas one day at the Pep Up, and for some reason, I drove around the back of the building, which I'd never driven around the back of the Pep Up before. And I noticed there's an old drive-through, like order station there. And I was like,
awesome. Yeah, I've never been back there.
Yeah. And I was like, what am I doing to myself? I go home, I tell my husband, I'm like, hey, the Pep Up has a drive-through, and it was vacant. It used to be an old Arby's. And of course, my husband being how he is, he's on it like right away, figuring out who owns this, like how can we get in there. So we signed a lease at the Pep Up gas station to do a drive-through. So that opened, I think that was 20 drive-through opened. So as you can see, we have kind of opened or done something big every year. Other than COVID year, pretty much. So that was 2021. 2022, I had my second son in the middle of July again. Oh, so
you really have to think about this timing.
Yeah, I do. I know. I should have written it all down. Back up a little bit. After COVID, we realized that we couldn't keep moving every 6 months.
Right.
So we were like, well, okay, well.
Gets harder with kids.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, we grew up in the Annapolis area, but this area, I call it the land of opportunities. And we just knew that our business could do a lot better over here and grow bigger over here. And it, like I said, like the Eastern Shore reminds me of home in a way. I like the small town.
It's not a bad place to land.
Yeah. It's safe. The people are super nice. So we sold our house in Maryland and moved over here. So even though we didn't like open anything new, we did move in 2020. Yeah. Had to renovate our house. It was literally a tear. Like there were dead animals inside. You were talking about
the Dateline.
Yes.
The Dateline episode.
Yep. That was our house. It was one of those. So yes, renovate our house, opened the drive-through 2021, had our second son 2022. And then 2023, we opened Sandy Pony in Dewey.
Okay.
Funny, full circle. Our manager that I talked about our first summer in Chincoteague, Gaetan DeCiceris, he talking to my husband one day, hey, I think I want to get back into the restaurant business. Okay, yeah.
We have a great opportunity for you.
You want to come manage Dewey for us? So he moved down, managed Dewey, but kind of the agreement was that we would help him start something that he wanted to do as well, like be partners.
Right.
So 2024, we opened 1901 in South Bethany. Yep. So it's a breakfast bagel shop. We also do lunch there as well. And we were lucky because we were able to get the whole strip center there. So it is 3 separate units. It originally was 2 separate, but we kind of converted the one into 2. So it's 1901 is the bagel shop. Then I opened HAPA Surf Company, which primarily was a kids surf shop, but has now grown into adults as well. And then on the end is Soft Swirl Coffee and Custard, which I don't know if you can see this, but that's our little logo there. So at Soft Swirl, we have hand scooped ice cream, frozen soft serve custard, coffee, pastries, acai bowl smoothies to kind of help alleviate the line from 1901. If you want anything cooked, you go to 1901. That was in 2024. And I swear this is coming to an end.
I love this. This is amazing.
In fall of 2023, my husband and I had the opportunity to purchase Main Street Coffee Shop, which is on Chincoteague Island, the only building that we own. Everything else we rent and we were just super lucky. It was a pre-existing business for 30 years. So we bought that and we reopened it in 2024. So we went from 5 Sandy Ponies, and then in 1 year we opened 4 new businesses.
Holy cow.
2024. And we are done. Close of business.
And you're still together.
Yes.
But
we are done. No more. I think we're good. We're happy.
You can't say
more
that.
than
I just feel like the kids will graduate at some point and you'll be like, wait, what's the next adventure?
Yeah. I
So
mean,
the
if
kids
it were
are
up to
now
my husband, 6
and
and 3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're this summer they'll be 4 and 7.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. If it were up to my husband, we would we would have more and more, but
every street corner, like a Starbucks. We have a
Yeah,
Sandy Pony.
and it is hard. Like, it's hard to say no because this is a very successful area and we've done good, and summer business is great and we want to make people happy.
Right.
That's part of the reason that we're in this business. We love it because people just are so happy to come in.
Can't be sad eating a donut.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But at the same point, like, we are maxed out.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
once
it's
the
got to
kids
be
are
hard
older.
to manage all of them, and because you have to hire for all those.
Yeah.
And we know how difficult it is to hire in the summertime, and we talk a lot about how the local kids really serve our community as the worker bees. And
Absolutely.
then some of them are maybe second homeowners, kids, but
Yep.
then they go away and you've got to
Yes.
find more people.
I know.
And then they graduate and you got to
I
find more
know.
people. And
Yep.
it's like this constant
It's
training
always,
and
hey, you have a sibling?
Yeah,
You have a
this-
younger sibling?
nieces, nephews, bring all your cousins.
Yep.
So it started in Chincoteague. Did the name come from?
Yep. The
Okay.
ponies down there.
Because you had mentioned the ponies, and I was like, just put it together.
Yep.
Chincoteague. I didn't put that together until you just said it. So
Yeah. Yep.
I'm learning a lot today. Which side my headphones go
Where
on.
did the donut idea come from?
So I love sweets, unfortunately. And
For those of you not on the video on YouTube, she does not look like she likes sweets.
well, thank you. I appreciate
I
that.
wish I was gracefully.
I knew I wanted to be in the restaurant business, but I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think that restaurant business is one of the
Insane?
most stressful. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I could not imagine having a full-on restaurant. I give a lot of credit to the people who do that, especially
Yeah.
ones that do breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted that feel, but not that intense. And so really, if you look at Sandy Pony, the only thing we're cooking is donuts. Everything else, it's coffee or the smoothies or the acai bowls, the bubble tea. So you can't, like, if you mess that stuff up, you can easily
What's
fix
bubble
it.
tea?
So it's an Asian drink. It has tapioca balls at the bottom, which everybody calls those the bubbles, but that's not the way that it got the name of bubble tea. It's a non-dairy drink, but it is like milk, like it's like a milky consistency, but it gets the bubbles from like you shaking the non-dairy milk.
Oh.
It's like foamy at the top.
I have to try bubble tea now. Sorry, I
It's
didn't mean to
good.
interrupt you. I was
No, you're fine.
you said it twice now and I was like, I have no idea what bubble tea
Yeah,
is.
it's really good. I recommend the mango or the taro.
Oh, so they come in different flavors.
Yeah, I think we have 5 or 6 different flavors.
What inspires your donut flavors? Where do you come up with
So-
all these? I mean, talk about some of your favorites and how you came up with them.
Sure. Honestly, I looked at like different ice cream flavors and like cheesecake flavors. Like I said, I have a big sweet tooth. So I was like, oh, would that taste good as a donut? The Porky Pony is one of our top sellers. It's glazed cinnamon sugar with bacon on top. And I just thought
Delicious.
the name was like too
I've never
funny.
had that one.
You haven't?
Oh,
Oh my God, it's
I
like
need,
the
to
best
get, I
one.
need to get John on that. John is our resident Sandy Pony biggest fan.
It's
he
so
brings us
good.
donuts all the time.
it's very good. My husband always says it's like having pancakes with a side of bacon.
Right.
I personally love the Blue Moon. It's blueberry glaze with cinnamon sugar and the salted caramel. It's caramel.
I like the salted caramel.
Pretzels,
That's one of
yeah.
my favorite.
He always brings it's got coconut on it. I think it's banana.
banana coconut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good one too.
Yeah.
I think that was one of Julia's favorites.
I think
We
that's
all
why
have
it
our
was good too.
favorites. He's trying to bring in different varieties for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are his favorites.
So instead of running a restaurant, you run 5 Sandy Ponies and 4 other businesses.
Yeah.
So what made you want to start getting into other businesses?
So the idea about HAPA Surf Co, when my son was born, you know, you hear, and you have a boy, you always hear people say, oh, there's always such cute girl clothes, but
Right.
nothing for boys. And like, I found that, but not extreme, like not extreme measures, but I never I knew I love kids, but I was like always a little bit afraid of babies.
They're scary.
They are.
That is a true thing.
They really are. Like when they start crying, I'm like, pass it back. But you know, when you have your own, it is different, and you like instantly fall in love, and you're just a lot more comfortable. And I don't know, I just like, I've never been like a girly girl to like dress up dolls and stuff, but I was like, I want my son to look cute. Yeah. And, like I want to put him in cute like surfer boy looking stuff. Right. So I kind of just got into a little bit of, I guess, kid fashion. Then the name HAPA, it's actually a Hawaiian word that means mixed ethnic children. And it typically is Asian and white mixed kids. And so I was like, oh, I have a little HAPA baby. Yeah. And I was like, that'd be such a cool name too. Yeah, for a surf shop. So that's kind of how I got into that. And yeah, that's...
And ice cream just because you like sweets.
Yeah. So I had worked in ice cream shops before, and my husband was like, oh, we need to have an ice cream shop next to it because the kids will be shopping in the ice cream shop. I'm like, sure. I've done it before.
Make sure they go to the clothing store first and then the ice cream store, not the other way around.
Well, it's funny.
Little sticky fingers coming over.
You can walk through the whole like shopping center on the inside. And we had opened up like a little doorway to walk from the ice cream shop into HAPA. And then I was like, I'm going to regret that. Board it up. Yeah. So we boarded it up. And then we took it back down. We were like, we're going to regret that because it's going to make us lose business.
Right.
So we took it back down. So you can walk through. And honestly, like kids have to be kids. My kids are wild. Like literally they are wild. So if kids walk in with ice cream, I really don't care. I do story time at HAPA also, and the moms or dads, caregivers, whoever's there, I was like, oh, don't touch this, don't touch this. I'm like, you can't break anything in here. Let them do it because they're only a kid once. And like, it's not fun for them if you're just telling them constantly, don't touch this, sit down, do this. No, like that's not what a kid is meant to do.
And so then you have bagels. Where did you?
So that all was my husband, Ben, and partner Gaydon. Like that was all on them. I just came up with the name. And the name 1901 is a play on words for Bethany Beach was founded in 1901.
Oh,
so and dough bagels, yeah. So that was my only part of this.
I've learned way too much today. I now have to go home. I was wondering where that name came from.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Yeah, so that whole business aspect is on them.
I think if we rebrand, we need her to come up with our name.
Yeah, apparently.
Thank you. Yeah, I try to stay out of that because I can only handle so much. So I'm like, you guys got this.
Are all of them seasonal? But 1901's open.
Yep, 1901 and HAPA are open year-round. Our downtown Bethany location is open year-round, and then Annapolis is open year-round.
Oh, okay. So, you are. My goodness. Yeah. When do you sleep?
I have a lot of energy.
Yeah,
I do sleep, but I don't need a whole lot of it.
How do you keep up with the kids?
Man.
You just give them donuts. Run,
bribery. Yes. Yeah, my older one is the really energetic one, so he keeps me on my toes for sure. I mean, they're both full of energy, but the older one, I think it's the talking for me. He never stops talking.
Ryan says that about his mother.
Yeah. Well, how do you find it managing the different businesses? You started in Chincoteague, and then you've now expanded to Bethany, and you're also in Annapolis. Is there, shouldn't say a favorite location, but is there a favorite location to be? Is it Bethany? Because you've opened the most here.
Right. So they're all different. Annapolis is, like I said, year round. We have actually had our same manager there since we opened.
That's a blessing.
2015. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's amazing. His name is Jose Fisher. Shout out to him. He's great. So he runs that store. Like we're just like, oh, that's Jose's store.
Right.
No. We're still there for him with anything that he needs. I do still do the scheduling and little bits of helping him with managing and stuff. But honestly, we don't work at that location hardly ever. Like unless they're in a real pickle, we just kind of pop in and just see how it's going.
That's great.
Yeah. And then I have a special place in my heart for Chincoteague because it's the original. I just love it down there. I loved living there. I can't say it's I don't know if I really have a favorite, but location-wise, I think Chincoteague is favorite area to be in. I love Bethany, too, because we have so much here, like Ocean City, so close, Fenwick, Rehoboth, Berlin, like Lewis. Everything is so up and coming here that, like, you don't really have to leave this area. We don't much other than going to Chincoteague or if we have to, like, run to Annapolis. But they are all different because in Chincoteague, it's a lot of the local people who live there, mostly girls. We get mostly girls that apply. They're great. They're all like siblings. They all know each other, which most of the time it is very good. Every
Usually.
once in a while it's
Until
like,
the fights break out.
yeah, which it's hardly ever.
Yeah.
It's such a small town. Like you can't really fight with each
Right.
other. I feel like Bethany, the employee situation is much different. Before, like you said earlier, it's a lot of people moving here for the summer. They would get a summer job and they would leave. But with us keeping the downtown shop open year round, we really do need more year round employees, especially for the big weekends. So thankfully, as we have been here longer, we are meeting more and more local people.
Right.
Oh, I have a daughter. I have a son who's looking for a job. Now that my son is in school, older sibling, again, the sibling thing. Hey, that's a good kid. Do they have an older sibling? So we have hired several young kids that work here year round at the bagel shop also, and they're great. I like the kids that live here and grow up here. They're great.
Yeah.
They're just very nice.
agree.
Yeah. Very well
Except for one.
rounded. Very well rounded, respectful, hard workers. And we like getting them young.
Yeah.
And we like when we're their first job because we can kind of mold them to, they don't know anything else. So it's like, oh, all I know is to do a good job and work this hard and,
Right.
stay on my toes. Don't be on my phone.
But we talk about that a lot on our podcast about how you are supported, most of our local businesses, but that the role of a kid here is very different than they get a job at 14 or 15 years old. And
Right.
Ryan, who was overly ambitious, had like 3 jobs at 16, just running from place to place, being industrious. And you go to other places and they're all in camp and they're all doing these other things.
Yeah.
And our kids are here working
Hustling,
and learning how the work ethic and learning all different things about marketing and
Yep.
treating customers. And so it's a very different vibe for the children that grow up here, which I think is really cool.
It is, yeah. One of my friends always says that, how she loves her kids seeing like how the small businesses are here, because really you have 3 months to make your year's worth of
Right.
money, basically.
Right.
So yeah, they work really hard, and we do get several J1 students that come in. We had only had like very few J1s previous to COVID. After COVID, we started getting more in. We sponsor some now, so that's good too.
Absolutely.
They always want to be working nonstop,
Right.
Which it's
They
like,
came here to
okay,
work.
Yeah,
They work so hard.
They do.
Like she said, I had a couple different jobs, and they work a lot harder than some of the kids that
Yes.
come in for the summer.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I worked in Ocean City for 2 summers when I was in college, and I was like, I would always work 2 jobs, and the J1s would always say, "You're not American," because I would
Right.
work a lot.
They're so used to
But I
being
love-
entitled American.
Yeah, but I love working. It's
Yeah.
fun to me.
Well, so if you have free time, where are your favorite places to take the kids?
Oh, Captain's Quarters Arcade.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We were just there on Sunday. It's both of my kids love it. Actually, that was like a COVID thing for us. They opened the year of COVID. You guys know where it is in Millville?
In
the
Millville.
Millville Boardwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah. They opened the year of COVID.
I know I was really startled when they opened. I was like, wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great, but I
Yeah.
was like, I just thought the timing was interesting.
Yeah. Well, there's not a whole lot to do indoor here in the off season, and that was our thing. And I feel bad looking back now, but if we pulled up and there was any other cars in the parking lot, we would leave.
Right.
Because we're like, oh, you can't go in. There's 2 people here.
There's
you
2
know?
people. Yeah.
But I mean, we would go probably 2 or 3 times a week. And my son was only a year old at that time. But yeah, that's our favorite indoor family activity. I love how they have the coins and the old school tickets.
Yeah.
They just added go-karts, which is great. As far as outdoor stuff, of course, going to the beach, we love bike riding. So sometimes we'll go to the trails behind Juice Box in Ocean View or James Farm, or just the park downtown that they just opened up a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. The playgrounds, the Millville playground's wonderful.
And Evans Park has a lot going on at
Yes.
that's great.
Yeah, we love that playground too. That opened during COVID too.
Yeah, I know. All of a sudden I was like, there's a park down there. And I was like, oh, I don't have little kids anymore. So
Yeah.
they were coming home from college at that time. But
Yeah.
I was like, there's a park. And then I drove back there we sponsored a Halloween and one of the trunk or treats back there. And I was like, this place is huge. I had
is.
never driven back there.
Yeah, and it's so nice because they don't have mulch. They have that rubbery
Rubbery
bouncy
stuff.
Yeah.
We grew up on cement. You guys get rubber mulch. So tell us what some of your favorite, do you ever get to just go on a date with your husband? Do you go out to eat? What do you do?
Yeah, it's pretty rare that we go alone. we like to spend as much time with the kids as we can
Yeah.
because we are pretty limited in the summer. Like wintertime, we're lucky. We get a lot of time with them, but summertime, I just want to see them when I come home. Although like I would say we maybe do a date night maybe like 3 times a year.
Yeah.
I don't know. We did just this past Friday. My mom was in town. So
nice.
14 Global is where we went. It's my favorite restaurant there, and Spain Wine Bar down in Ocean City. The food is just amazing.
Absolutely.
But it's so funny because my mom's like, take your time. We were back in an hour.
Miss the kids.
Yeah.
Used to do that, and then we'd wander around the hardware store like, we have babysitters, we should do something. We'd be like in Lowe's. Like, what are we doing with our time? I don't know how to do this.
Yeah. But if we go out to dinner as a family, we love Bethany Blues. We live on Kent Avenue, so we're like close to downtown. As far as like finding a place with a playground, we do love Tail Chasers in Ocean City and Fish Tails in Ocean City, which the kids love that.
Yeah, that's great. Have
It's
the
good to be
outdoor play
outside.
area.
Yep.
Yep.
Like I said, they're wild.
Well, for any visitors to Sussex County, you have to check out Sandy Pony Donuts. I'm going to get them all wrong.
It's okay.
Soft Swirl, HAPA Kids, and 1901.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Thank
You
you.
have a lot of places to check out when you come visit Bethany Beach, that is for sure. And check them out in Annapolis and Chincoteague, too. Chincoteague is an easy drive from here,
Yeah.
which a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, I always do it in a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm back here by like 1 or 2 in the afternoon because I go down so early. But it's pretty funny to say that I've been in 3 states in one day. Like people from like Texas are like, what?
Maybe 3 towns in one day. But thank you so much for joining us today. It was so interesting to learn about your past and what you're doing here now. And thank you for your wonderful contributions to our community because we enjoy them on a regular basis.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Thanks, everybody. And we will come back with more podcasts soon.
Whether you're looking to purchase your perfect beach getaway or retirement home, or it's time to sell your current home, the Real McCoy Group of Caldwell Banker Realty is ready to make your dreams a reality. Visit therealmccoygroup.com for more details. Find your happy place with the Real McCoy Group.